So since I have a 3D printer in my room, it can make a bit of a mess when I take the stuff off the bed. Like on my rug, there's just this little piece of leftover filament, and so I think I made a solution. So far, I've just been using a regular vacuum cleaner to suck it up, but it could damage the impeller in it and break the vacuum, so I know I had to find a different way. So this is the first part to my solution. It is a Cyclone dust separator. My plan is just to make a secondary filter before the vacuum to somewhat turn into a shop vac. So I just need to print this. So I just printed it, and I've already had to make a modification. I had to wrap the outtake nozzle in duct tape to make it a little bit wider so the hose could fit on it. And then I've also added on a lid on the bottom for the actual collection of the dust from the filter, and now I just need to put on the bottom container. The bottom container fits on. It's a smaller, just like a regular kind of Tupperware container. So here it is on the vacuum. It fits on good with the hose and the hose going to the vacuum itself, and it's not too bulky on it. So now I just need to test it. Now to test out how good of a shop vac it is by trying to suck up a screw. Now if this works, it should just go into the first dust collection system instead of going into the actual vacuum. So as you can see, the screw didn't get sucked up by the vacuum. It went down to the separate dust collection system, which is good, so that means bigger stuff will not get sucked up. And you might have seen that it did not go down instantly. That's because of how this thing works and the way I designed it. I'll show that in a second, but all in all, it seems to work perfectly. So back on the computer, we can see how this works. So down here is where the dust would settle in the bin, and this is the intake hose. This is where the hose goes, where you would suck stuff up with. So it comes in here at an angle, and when it comes in, the air wants to swirl down since it came in on this side. And since particles in that have mass, they're affected more by gravity. And when the air gets down here, it goes back up through the center since there's nowhere for it to go down there. But the particles don't get pulled up with the air; they just drop down since they're too heavy to be pulled up again. And then that brings us to this is where the vacuum would hook up, and this is why the air is getting pulled up through the center there. And that's basically how this works. The problem I had earlier was due to the way I designed it and the fact that the sides are not that steep of an angle. So when the screw gets spinning up inside of it by the air, it just kind of gets trapped in that upper portion and doesn't drop down to the bin until you turn the vacuum off. To show this spinning action, I'm gonna take these shredded post-it notes and I'm gonna suck them up and then show in the clear tube how they're spinning. So as you can see here in the slow motion video, the post-it notes are spinning around quite quickly in the bottom chamber, which is what the dust particles and other stuff that gets sucked up will do. And this is the way it separates it from the air. So that is all for today. If you liked this project, please subscribe and leave an idea for a future video. Thanks for watching. Bye.